Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ventus with Fire Emblem Heroes. This will be a commentary on the Zephiel Grand Hero Battle. So I have a couple recordings here of my playthroughs, and I'm just going to go over them little by little. We're going to start with hard, just like last time, just like the previous Grand Hero battles. I'm going to take this week's arena team, and I'm going to do the hard mode, and then afterwards we'll talk about Lunatic, and I'll use more specialized teams for Lunatic. So if you want to see Lunatic, just skip ahead a couple minutes. But if you want a little overview, you can check out hard as well. So let's begin. Alright, I'm going to skip the first turn because the first turn I'm just repositioning. Let's start off with enemy skills. Obviously this is the boss, Zephiel. You can see him on the left side of the screen looking cool. Slashing with his Exox? Maybe? Whatever it's called, Exox. Basically, he's a walking debuff aura. If you get near him, you get wrecked by -4 defense. He's also got Wary Fighter and Life and Death, so he has higher attack stats, lower defensive stats, and you can't double him until he's below half HP. His final skill, as you'll see soon right there, is Reprisal. So 30% of the damage he takes, he returns back to you when this is active. It's a really low cooldown, which means that it's almost always up. He's a really interesting character because if you get in range of him to tank his attack, he actually debuffs you with -4 defense, which is pretty painful. If you attack him first, he reprisals you, and it's very, very difficult to actually one-shot him because of Wary Fighter, or one-turn him, I should say. Anyway, that's enough about him. Let's continue with the other characters. So these characters here are actually mirrored. I don't know why this blue mage is not synced. I guess it's to make the map a little easier, because if the blue mage was synced with the knight, it would actually be a little more difficult. So both of these two, they use swap, and they have brave weapons. Brave axe, brave lance. They both have Wary Fighter, so they're very difficult to one-shot. And this is Fortify Resist, as you'll see very soon when I click it. So Fortify Resist. It's clear that Zephiel and these two, the knights, they have difficulty tanking magic attacks, so this will give them a little more survivability. But also it affects these two, and you'll see on Lunatic in a little bit, the auras actually do matter, as these guys, they have seal attack. And that's really, really annoying. They have seal attack so that whenever you're in combat with them, or after you're in combat with them, they lower your attack. Their other skills aren't that good though. Like Armored Blow, they both have the same skills by the way, so they're still mirrored. This is, I think, a Thoron, this is Bolganon, and then the Brave users, same skills, same class, just slightly different weapons because of weapon type or weapon color. So what these guys do is they attack from a distance and then they heal up these units slowly if you let them attack, but you're probably not going to let them attack because that's really dangerous, at least not more than once. Their skill is the AoE ability, Blazing Thunder. Pretty simple setup. The tricky part about the map is to actually deal with the ranged units. So let's just skip ahead to the combat. Alright, so Linda does what she does, one-shots that guy, and Barst does what he does and repositions her out of danger range. Easy. So now they're going to swap around. There's actually a way to manipulate them, so they swap into the units you want them to be swapped into. It's kind of like that. So I'm assuming because Linda's here, this guy swapped into range because Linda can't one-shot the Green Knight. So I'm just going to move forward. This is to tank up the red guy. He just walks in because Birthright AI does nothing and gets himself killed. Just going to skip ahead again. And the map gets pretty easy from here on out. So I kill that guy and then attack with Linda, lowers HP, kill that guy with a brave attack. I don't think he was in range of Wary Fighter, so otherwise it would have been a quadruple, but actually hold on a second. Was it? Oh, it actually was. It would have been a quadruple, but he died too early. Rip. Okay. You need to be careful though, because they have brave weapons, they're going to double attack you all the time. And if you ever put yourself in range of one of them, make sure that the unit that's in range can actually tank them. So someone that has weapon triangle advantage or has really high defense, preferably. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. You don't have to worry about the skill too much because it's just soul. Soul just heals them. And if your unit is tanky, you're indirectly making Soul worse than it actually is. I made some mistakes. I remember I made some mistakes in this run. I don't know what that was. I think that was a mistake. Attacking with George and then putting Navarre in range, it's unnecessary damage. I think what I could have done was just attack with Linda, reposition her, and then use Navarre to kill, potentially, or put Navarre in range, I guess. That way he'd be under 50% HP, I think, and then the attack would have doubled. So that probably would have been more of a better move. So I don't know what the hell I did there. Alright. The map is basically over now, though. Once you get rid of the ranged units, the map becomes a lot easier. Oh, I guess I'm still gonna kite. Gotta be careful of Zephiel. Don't put, okay, what I did there was most likely just to be cautious. But like I said, his Ekasox, such a strange name. It's kind of cool, actually. It debuffs your defense. And Navarre's already really squishy, so you don't want to put Navarre in range. Attacks Barst. Barst does no damage, because this guy's defense is ridiculous. You gotta remember, these are level 30s, and I'm using level 40s. So they're pretty damn tanky. I always say this at the end of hard mode. It's not a big deal to beat hard mode, especially when you're using overleveled characters. Alright, so yeah. Zephiel, tier 3, easy. Okay, now for the more interesting run. This is the Lunatic one. So as you can see, there's Hana. She's neutral. Nino, I think she's plus defense minus speed. She's utter garbage. There's a reason why I stopped using her, but I'm going to use her for this map. Tharja is plus attack minus resist. I keep forgetting what she is. She's plus attack minus defense or resist. I think it's resist. And then Obero is neutral. So the idea is Nino deals with this guy. Tharja deals with this guy. Obero can deal with this guy too, theoretically. Obero deals with this guy and Zephiel, so these two. Hana deals with these two. Basically, everyone here deals with the units quite well. But it can be kind of difficult, so you have to make sure you position yourself well. And, oh, I should preface this with saying your maps are going to be slightly different from mine. Because if your stats are different, let's say one of your defensive stats is different from mine, their target priority is going to change because they're going to target lower stat characters. Or if your stat is higher, you know, the same thing occurs. If, let's say you have a plus defense Tharja, then chances are one of the units will probably ignore Tharja and go for Nino. Something like that. So just keep in mind, people have commented before, like, you know, I'm doing exactly what you're doing, but something's not going right. I don't know exactly what happens in their game because I can't see it. I can't speak for them. But there's a chance that it's because the AI is reacting differently to different stats. So just keep that in mind in case you run into that situation. Okay, so what I'm doing this turn, Hana has rally attack. This is actually really good. The synergy on this team is really nice. We have 2 buffers and 2 blade tome users. So rally attack, rally defense, put Tharja in range to deal with this guy. But as you'll see, his stats are pretty damn high, and Tharja actually gets outstatted here. But it's okay, it's Lunatic. That's what you expect from Lunatic, right? And now Tharja's attack is lower because he has seal attack. It's -7 attack. It's pretty irritating. Okay, so the movement for this is actually very, very specific. You have to do it this way. There was actually a previous run of this. This is the successful run. There were like 2 failed runs. If you move incorrectly at all, they swap differently or the mages move differently. And because they have Blazing Thunder, you can't survive this attack. It's 1.5 times their magic, and then they hit you for really high damage. So, especially these 2 squishy mages, they're not going to do so well. So this is the positioning I use. Green, red, red, blue. And we'll see what happens next turn. The blue guy gets blocked because there's like a giant clutter of armored units Otherwise, I think he would try to move up, and then possibly he would have been swapped in range because there are 2 red users here. Fortunately, because there's so many enemies still, he can't do anything. And the red mage actually didn't get swapped. In some timelines, if you don't position a certain way, the red guy gets swapped back here. And then you can't safely attack him. You can't safely kill him. Because keep in mind that these guys have 1 range, right? Or 1 movement. They have 2 range. They move 1, then they attack. So that's 2 range. This guy goes 1, 2, and then attacks up to here and here. But if you kill this guy from this tile, then no problem, right? But I don't actually do that because Tharja got debuffed. Because Tharja got debuffed, she can't actually kill. Actually, she probably wouldn't have killed anyway. That resist aura, though. Like I mentioned, okay, I talked about this in the hard mode. But I'll say it again in case you skipped hard. These guys have fortify, resist. I also talk about skills in hard mode, so if you, I don't, yeah, you can check that out if you want. I don't talk about the skills on Lunatic because I already talked about them. But these guys have rally resist. This guy here was standing there. The red mage was there, so the red mage had rally resist when Tharja attacked, and because of that, it's impossible to actually 2-shot. Now this guy's in range. He's also going to get rally resist because these guys have mirrored skills. So you're never going to be able to 2-shot using a plus attack Tharja, unfortunately. Plus speed Tharja, I don't know if you outspeed. I think they have like 32 speed. So you would need to be a tier 5 plus speed Tharja. Let me double check this. Yeah. A tier 5 plus speed Tharja outspeeds these guys. Yeah. So these are their stats on Lunatic. I really should show the stats on Lunatic, huh? I'll do it for the next one onwards. The next Grand Hero battle. I'll do a more holistic overview of their stats, I guess. So 32, you need 37 speed. So a plus speed tier 5 Tharja would outspeed them. Mine, unfortunately, has 32 speed, so it's a tie and it doesn't work out. Okay, so back to this turn. So instead of attacking with Tharja, because I can't actually kill, unfortunately, I'm going to use Hana. So Hana attacks, easy overkill, super easy overkill, but now she's in range of 3 units, 4 units even. No, 3 units. 3 units, 1, 2, 3. So I need Nino to actually draw her back to safety. Like I said previously, this tile is, like, let's say the mage was there, right? If the mage were there, you'd have to attack from either this tile or this tile. A ranged unit would be here and a melee unit would be there. So you're basically screwed if you have to do that. That's why positioning is really important on this Grand Hero battle. I mean, that's every Grand Hero battle, right? So I'm going to reposition again. And now this mage is exposed. I don't remember what I did. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. So because the mage is here, his aggro range goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, here, and here. So this diagonal line is all danger. Because there's only 2 free tiles available, that means that I'm probably going to be in trouble. So I can't engage him, because I can't kill him, and I can't not engage him because he kills me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just block him. So I'm going to buff up Rally Attack, Rally Defense. Rally Defense is nothing, but it does increase her blade damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Tharja out of range, either here or here. Because this tile is occupied by Nino, the blue mage can't attack here and here anymore. Well, the blue mage can attack there, I guess. But, you know, this lowers its aggro range by a lot. So now there are more safety tiles. And fortunately, the swap only happened like this. So in some timelines, some scenarios, Zephiel might not be standing there. If he's not standing there, the green guy might actually swap the blue guy out. And then you'll have a blue mage here, which makes it more difficult to actually deal with. Luckily, in this formation, it works out. So blue mage, easy kill. Oh, wait, not really. Not easy kill because I got my attack lowered. But fortunately, rally is a lot of damage whenever I do it. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Rally is 10 damage. It's actually 8 damage because it's 4 attack and then 4 bonus damage on the blade, but because of weapon triangle advantage, it's 10 damage. So instead of 7, it's hitting for 17. And now it's just 3 armored units, and you just kite them. Okay, so they move up, no swaps. That just makes it so much easier for me to deal with this. Seems easy, right? But unfortunately, Wary Fighter makes it so I can't double attack, and that complicates things. So I need to remove Wary Fighter. If I don't do that, then it's going to be very difficult. The only character who can remove Wary Fighter, I'm just testing the damage right now, is Nino. So Nino, without any buffs, can't do it, but with an attack buff, she should be able to do it. So here we go. 38 HP, or 38 damage, drops him to 29, removes Wary Fighter, and Tharja doubles for an easy kill. So that's 1 down, 2 to go. It's a very slow map if you don't have like super powerful units. Oh, these are all tier 4s, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that already. You'll see at the end. I mean, I showed at the end anyway. So in this case, instead of using Nino, I believe I'm going to use Tharja to attack. But not this turn, because that would be very stupid. Next turn, I'll use Tharja to attack, do a ton of damage. Vengeance is also up, so that's even more damage. And that'll... For some reason, they swapped. Oh, it's because green versus blue or something. Yeah, the AI is not very smart, right? So rally attack. Poke this guy down to 13. I think Obro could have attacked. I think Obro has lethal. Maybe? Obro has 36 attack. Obro has 43 attack with weapon triangle disadvantage. Okay, never mind. They have 41 defense. So Obro can't... Okay, Obro can't kill, for sure. Tharja attacks, hits for 54. Nino attacks, hits for 50. Rip. And now Zephiel is the only one left. And yeah, this should be really easy. Got an Armorslayer, got a heavy spear, weapon triangle advantage, 2 mages. What is Zephiel gonna do anyway? What can he do? Even Obro and all her garbageness is hitting for 35 damage. Okay, so I attack with Tharja, I buff, I attack with Nino. And I'm going to kill with Obro. Oh, what a stylish kill. Beautiful. 35 damage. Easy peasy, right? And that is the Grand Hero Battle on Lunatic. All tier 4. No skill inheritance. Just the basic tier 4 units. Ta-da. Alright, so that's one method of doing it. Oh, Obro's not even level 40, right? I actually leveled her up specifically because of this map. Because yesterday they announced it, right? So I'm like, okay, well, since it's an armored sword user, hey, might as well use Obro. Turns out she wasn't very useful except for a rally. But yeah, it worked out. The rallies are good. Alright, so here's a little bit of a bonus. We're going to do this again on Lunatic. I'm going to just skip through it. I'm not going to talk about it too much. But this is a Cavalier team. Gunter has the Fortify ability that makes Cavaliers get +6 attack and speed. Olwen for Reposition and Brave attacks. Cecilia, she's a tier 3, so she's pretty garbage, but Cecilia is there for green damage. And then Cain is there because why not? Cain doesn't do anything, I think. Or if he does, it's like very little. So I'm just going to keep this playing. I'm going to actually fast forward this. Attack with Cecilia, because she gets buffed. Oh, she's actually skill inherited. She has a Blade Tome and drawback. So Nino was sacrificed for her. Gunter buffs her. 48 damage to this guy. Olwen repositions. The red guy attacks Olwen. Neither of them can kill each other, and then everyone swaps out. Now I attack this guy. I made sure to attack this guy, because this is the safe tile. Even if they walk up and attack, it's not going to kill. Because no one's going to be there after this turn. Safe tile, or that's a safe tile, I mean. Now they're going to reposition again. This map is just really irritating, I think. They just keep swapping over and over again. So you got to be patient and position yourself well. Alright, so I'm going to isolate the mages. What else am I doing here? I think remove the one over here. Yeah, because he has his ability. This guy doesn't have his ability yet. When they have their ability, Blazing Thunder does way too much damage. So unless you're running like a super high resistance tank, you're not going to be able to survive the attack. Okay, they reposition in the back. And I can't one-shot. Okay, that was a mistake. I should have attacked with Cain first. Attack with Cain and then attack with Cecilia afterwards. So I took unnecessary damage, but it doesn't really matter. Reposition. Make sure that Gunter and Cecilia are in range of each other because the Blade Tome benefits a lot from the buff. It's... how much damage is it? Plus 18 damage? 6 speed, 6 attack, and then 6 bonus damage from the attack. So it's 6 times 3. It's pretty insane. But she's a tier 3, so her stats are pretty garbage. So move Gunter in range, give them buffs, and I think that's the end of the map. Just breezed right through it. Fast forwarding. Maybe I should have buffed Olwen there. I think that would have been a better idea. Gunter buffing Olwen. It's 12 bonus damage. Oh, but the map is over anyway. I guess that works out. Yeah, so, I mean, the point of this is to show you that you can use different teams. This map is not that difficult if you can create a team that can actually kite back like this. Because you got to keep in mind, they are armored units after all, right? Armored units get kited really easily. Okay, one more team on Lunatic. You can't have one of my teams without running Gordon and Olivia, right? Gordon and Olivia, they're my two staples, so let's do it. I'm going to fast forward through this really quickly. Gordon, plus attack minus resist. Olivia is irrelevant. Neutral Corin, minus HP plus speed. Cherche. Alright, so what is that attack? That's 40... it's 43 attack. So 43 minus 23... 43 minus 20 is 23. So these guys have 20 defense. In order to actually kill them, you need to hit for... oh, you actually do need to hit for 43. Yeah, so you need 43 attack to actually one-shot them, or one-turn them with a Brave Weapon. If you have Klein, this definitely works. Klein has 1 more damage. 2 more, no. 3 more damage. 3 more damage than Gordon on attack. So yeah, you're obviously going to kill. Tier 4 or Tier 5, it doesn't matter. This is a Tier 4 Gordon. These are all Tier 4s. None of them are skill inherited, also. Oh, I should talk about this turn, because this one's actually interesting. So I mentioned how positioning is very important, right? If you position yourself at the safest range, but closest to the enemy, basically the minimum range away from the enemy. So the red tome user goes 1-2, attacks this tile and this tile, and then Gordon's there, right? This guy knows that Gordon kills him. So the only way to get around that is to put Gordon out of range. And this guy's going to be like, oh, I'm safe. I don't see Olivia on the map. So basically that's what I'm doing here. Because I know that he's not going to walk in range of me, or he might get a swap out if he's in danger. So they only check your units for their immediate range. So Gordon's range is 1-2, attack, attack. That means that the red mage goes 1-2. Gordon's attack range is way too far out. But I have Olivia. The AI doesn't know that, apparently. So this guy, they just swap, do their stupid swap shenanigans. This guy just walks up 1-2, and he's like, ah, look at me, I'm safe, I'm out of range, you can't attack me. Wrong. Kill him. And because these guys only have 1 range, Gordon's at a safe tile now. So from here on out, you can actually, you know what I should have done? I should have just left Cherche there. Because she had the attack buff anyway, and she 2-shots no matter what, so it would have saved a turn. Just let Cherche tank up the attack. They always attack the closest target anyway, and that would have freed up one of my Sings. But it's okay, this still works out. I always keep them in position. This is a double buff team. This is Hone attack, Hone attack. So I always want to have at least one unit within range. There's also a fortified defense, which is going to be significant soon. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So this guy, I should just keep her in range. I don't know what I'm doing. I actually should just keep her in range. Because when he attacks, he's going to attack once. It's not going to kill Cherche. She has high HP, high defense, and weapon triangle advantage. So he walks in range, gets himself killed. And unfortunately, because I wasted a turn, they're now positioning evenly. So just be really careful when you're doing your positioning. When you can tank attacks, you might as well just tank it, because you deal extra damage anyway. Again, here, I should have done that. But I guess now I attack. So the reason why I attack here, I think, is because I know I can kill with Corrin, and Corrin can actually deal with Zephiel really, really well. There's a focus now. It's like Noe or something. Noe and some other units that deal with this map. They always give you a focus where it helps you with the Grand Hero battle. Well, you don't need it. Just use Corrin. Corrin's free. Free unit right here. Free unit right here. 2 free units on this team. Okay, so this is where that fortified defense becomes significant. I don't need to give her attack because I know she can kill Zephiel in 2 turns. Or 2 rotations. 1 attack to break Wary Fighter. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. But Draconic Aura is coming up, so... yeah, Draconic Aura will break through Wary Fighter for sure. Otherwise, it would take 3 rotations. 2 normal attacks and 1 double attack. And she can't do that, because Zephiel hits back with Reprisal and kills her. Also, Ekisox has the debuff aura, Threaten Defense 2, basically. So I'm going to use Fortified Defense to bolster my defenses and somewhat negate that. Fortified Defense is +3. Hers is +3, I believe. So 11 damage only, Weapon Triangle Advantage, High Defense character, Fortified Defense. And now Draconic Aura is up, but I can't attack. Because if I attack, he gets to really, really low HP. He's missing, like, what, 50 HP, basically? That means Reprisal is hitting for a bonus 15 damage. So it's hitting for 30 damage, and that's lethal. Something like that, around 30. So I'm not going to attack. Just end turn is all I need to do here. End turn. Come on. Come on. There we go. So he attacks me, debuffs me, but I have increased defense. 22 damage only. It's only a 7 damage Reprisal. And now I hit back with Draconic Aura, and he's down to 15 HP. And now anyone can kill him, I believe. Maybe not Olivia. Olivia has, what, 37 attack? Yeah, I don't think Olivia kills. But Gordon kills. Easy peasy. And that's another Lunatic map. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to put the characters that I used on the screen. You can check it out. And I always say this. The point of these videos is to not just show you like a certain method of doing it. If you can do it, that's great. If you can copy the method exactly, you have exactly the same characters, that's great. It's basically to inspire you to, build your own team. Similar teams, probably. Figure out how to do this on your own, with your own teams. I guess a little bit of a closing statement for this Grand Hero battle. It wasn't as difficult as Ursula's. I always say that. I think I've said that every single time up until now. Ursula's was very hard. It could have been just because of my units. Maybe I just don't have the right units. But personally, I thought it was a really difficult one. Michaelis was probably second hardest. This one is third hardest. And Nevers was the easiest. Nevers was a joke, especially if you have Gordon. And because, I don't use skill inheritance in these videos. I can use skill inheritance. Actually, hold on a second. If you watch my Arena series, you would know that I always forget to unequip skills when I use certain characters. Like, if the character is on my defense team, then I have skills equipped. Usually. This is a skill inherited Gordon. I mean, Gordon is skill inherited. Ooh, so powerful. He can actually deal damage to these guys if you use skills. Otherwise, he doesn't do much. Look at this pain. Look at this overkill. Ouch. Goodbye. Yeah, this was another run. I recorded quite a few because you have so much stamina now. This is the same team except for Gordon being skill inherited because I forgot to unequip his skills. Just leave them in range. They can tank the attacks. Weapon triangle advantage. Triangle advantage, high defenses. I mean, it's pretty straightforward from here. Okay, I'm just gonna skip back to the characters used. Yeah, so if you use skill inheritance, this is like super easy, I'm pretty sure. If you have ranged units that can kill the mages really easily, this map is really, really easy. The key to the map is to just remove the ranged units. So if you have a team that can do that, then that's great. The second key to the map is repositioning with reposition, I guess, or dancing, or any kind of repositioning skill that you have available on your team. It's definitely beneficial. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it, and good luck with the Grand Hero Battle. Check out the arena after this one. Check out the summon after the arena battle. I'm going to do a summon today, because I actually... Right, the units that I wanted. Reinhardt is in this focus. Reinhardt and Noe are in this focus. So yeah, those are the two units that I want. But yeah, I'll do a summon for this focus after, so check that out afterwards. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
You are like an infant. Take that any way that you will.